Hello, I'm Alissa, and I'm going to be talking about synchronized swimming today. If people have ever heard of synchronized swimming, it's usually from something like Austin Powers or Saturday Night Live, where they have people paddling around in the water looking silly. This quote is from Esther Williams. Esther Williams is a famous swimmer from the 1940s and 50s. Williams starred in many films portraying a synchronized swimmer. This is Esther Williams here, and this is her most famous movie called The $1 Million Mermaid. For those of you who have performed in a sport, you know that it's not only your technical ability, but also your artistic aspect. Like in hockey, you can't score a goal unless you can skate. With synchro, you can't perform unless you can do the simple figures. There are many elements to synchro, like figures, apparel, and routine. Let's start with some background. Annette Kellerman, who invented the sport, swam in 1907 in a water ballet in the glass pool in the New York Hippodrome. This is Annette Kellerman here, and this is her swimsuit. And this is the New York Hippodrome. She had many other accomplishments in swimming, being the first woman to attempt swimming in the English Channel, and the first to wear a one-piece swimsuit. I got this from Midtown Musique. Catherine K. Curtis, another founder of synchronized swimming, started the first water ballet club at her school in the University of Chicago. They called themselves the Modern Mermaids. Now on to apparel. The apparel has changed over the years in many ways. In the early stages of synchronized swimming, you wore a full swimsuit from your shoulders to your toes, and it was made of 100% wool. Imagine swimming in that. That was pretty heavy. And nowadays, it's much more sparkle and easier to swim in, and it's styled like a normal one-piece swimsuit, and they're customized with beading and headpieces. Here are some examples of some synchronized swimming suits. We have pink ones, which are more for pop and girly and fun routines, upbeat routines. And then we have the red, which is for the dark or the action film ones. And then this is an example of a headpiece. It wraps around your bun, and you wear gelatin in your hair. Yes, Knox gelatin, like Jello. And it becomes rock hard, and it holds your hair up so that you can perform without having hair in your eyes. In 1939 was the first Synchro Olympics, which took place. To this day, there's men that are not allowed to swim in it. And I got this from ThinkQuest. On to figures. Figures are positions performed by one girl, and these positions are done on how slow and precise each movement are. I'm going to explain a simple walkover, which is one that's performed every year. Imagine yourself laying on the water with your face down at the bottom, and you're laying flat on the water. You bring the trunk of your body down till you have your head positioned towards the bottom of the pool, and your legs flat on the surface. You bring one leg over as if you were in the splits. You hold this position, and you bring your other leg over to meet it and roll up to the surface with your head pointing up. And this is an example of a walkover. And now imagine when you're doing this, you're doing it as long as possible and testing your breath. Each year there are 4 figures. There's the ballet leg and a walkover, which are done every year, along with 2 other surprise figures that you don't know until that year. I got this from Synchronized Swimming Handbook. You wear a black swimsuit and a white cap. So one swimmer goes at a time, and they're scored from 5 judges. This is half of your score. The other half of your score comes from your routines. Now on to routines. Routines are crafted like dance, gymnastics, and ballet. There's short, long, and extended divisions. In short, they're 2 minutes and 30 seconds, and these are usually for the beginner swimmers. There's a 3 minutes, which is the long, and these are for the medium, okay swimmers. And then extended, which is 4 minutes, and this is for experts. And I got this from finnarules.org. There's up to 8 players on a team. There's the use of arms and leg hybrids and lifts, which are pretty much just figures done in fast motion. Like in this picture, this would be an example of a leg hybrid that these girls on this team are performing. There's also a small routine, which is solo, duet, or a trio, and that's self-explanatory, 1, 2, or 3 girls. and they are done in the same time limits as I explained for teams. You are scored on your technical and your artistic ability. Technical is how sharp and how hard are your movements, and artistic ability is how pretty, including what you wear and the uniqueness of your movements. Here are some examples of artistic. Makeup, like I said, and your clothes and your headpiece, but also your facial expressions. The stranger or the more extreme your facial expression, the better. You get higher points for your artistic. And then everybody's favorite is watching the lifts because they're unique and fun. And they're very, very challenging. This would be routine, and then I remind you that there's multiple girls under the water holding them up. And same with this one. Synchro has many elements to it and has evolved over the years from being a silly, easy sport to an intense athletic challenge. Synchro is not just silly people paddling in the water, we are athletes. As you can see, synchro is not just dancing in the water, it's an athletic sport. And no, we do not touch the bottom. I'm done.
Very good.
You want to stop?